This is wakeboarding. Traditionally, boarders are pulled along at speed by a boat. The wake of water created by the boat is used as the launching pad to pull tricks. But here in Amsterdam, things are far from traditional. These are the Heaney brothers, the most notorious pair of wakeboarding siblings in the world. And this is the winch hunt. It's all about bringing wakeboarding to the most inaccessible, unusual and spectacular spots using a winch rather than a speedboat.
The winch is a whole new revolution. It hasn't been around a few years ago, and you can basically take it anywhere and just poach a canal, or and the winch will pull you instead of having to have a car or a boat or a jet ski, which is perfect.
That's why we're here to see what we can get away with, see what we can put together, have some fun, and take wakeboarding on a different track.
But before we see the Heaneys playing tag with the police at the most famous landmarks in Amsterdam, we're going to take a little trip back in time to find out what turned these working-class brothers from Newcastle into two of the hottest talents in the world of wakeboarding.
We started at a really young age water skiing and that on the Tyne, and Dad used to get us out there. He would batter us over the head unless we got out in the water, so, we do.
Those days where there'd be snow on the banks of the Tyne, and he's like, come on, you need to get out there and train and, have a good crack at it, and, you're little, but, hey, it was better than going hanging out in the town or whatever, being able to do that, so.
My dad was like, what do you want to do? And I was, I left school and I was like, well, I want to wakeboard. And, wakeboarding was really only in the States then, so I just, told me Mum and Dad I was going to the States, pawned the gold jewellery in. He
took his jewellery, took to the pawn shop. I was like, you can't do that. And then he's on a plane to Florida. He's like, I'm going to wakeboard now. I'm like, what are you thinking? You haven't got any plan? No. I'm like, but, needless to say, I was following him along, going, let's do it. This is it. We'll make it happen. We can figure a way out. So
that was it. Went out to the States, knocked on doors, to try and get a job at a water ski school where where I could coach and drive the boats and, clean the toilets, whatever, park the cars, just to get enough to get a couple of pulls in a day and learn and improve.
There was no plan. There was no business plan. You can't do that. So we just, sometimes if you try for something, it actually might happen.
And after about a year and a half or 2 years, we just went pro.
Our first contest was just so hilarious. I mean, there was my brother and I. We were amped to go to this event, and it was in Austria.
And Julz was like, let's just pile all the lads in the golf, little golf, and drove all the way down to Austria. I went and I put like 3 tricks I've never landed in me run, and I just went right off the dock and just landed everything and won. And then I got third, and we were like, oh, this is us. This is our element right here. And then people coming to you going, oh, do you have a clothing sponsor? We'd like to, give you a contract. And you're going, what? You mean I can get paid to do this? Like, okay. What, what do we have to do? Where do we sign up?
10 years on, and the lads are living the dream with a pimping pad in Orlando and regular top 10 placings on the most prestigious wakeboarding circuit in the world, the US Pro Tour. But over the next 2 days, they're getting back to basics in Amsterdam, armed only with a car, a winch and a couple of wakeboards.
I mean, Amsterdam, you just drive around and it's perfect. You get you so excited to wakeboard. There's so many canals, there's so much water. It's unbelievable. We want to do this for a long, long time.
But we don't have any permission, you know what I mean? So I think the name of the game here is to slick in, hit it, out. You know what I mean? Before we get slapped on the wrists.
First stop is a canal in Utrecht, just outside Amsterdam. What's it like coming down here to, Utrecht on the middle of a crazy canal? What's it like?
Oh, it's cool. It's definitely different. I mean, you miss this stuff, especially when you're competing in the States on the Pro Tour. It's, it's got character, that's for sure.
When you're in a big lake behind a boat, it's, it fits, you know what I mean? But when you're dropping into a canal in the middle of the town with a winch and, there's a buzz to that. It's, you're not meant to be there.
Totally different then, eh?
Yeah.
Totally different to being in the middle of the lake. You're right here in the middle of the canal.
Bombing down a canal, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
With sightseeing boats, just trickling by.
Dodging the sightseers.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really... It's a rush. It's good.
Spot 1 done then, on to spot 2.
Spot 1 done, let's hit the next one.
Nice. Spot number 2 is the Museumplein, one of the most famous squares in the whole of Amsterdam. The lads have set up a few sliders, they're going to hook up with a few friends and have a bit of a session. We've got boxes, sliders set up, then we've got a slider gap over the walkway, so it's pretty rad setup. What are the dangers here?
Well, it's only about this deep, number
Don't
one.
want to fall.
So you don't want to fall and put your arm down because you might lose it.
The test run pilot is Kit from Belgium. Here he is, backside slide there into this slider. Oh no! We've just seen Kit go down there off the gap. Tried the wrong way 180, which is hard enough. It's only 30 centimetres of water. He's got to be careful because you'll punch straight through that and you'll hit concrete. Stay on your feet. It's the order of the day, I think.
It was really good that, you know, we were buzzing, you know, we were all watching each other and said, oh, I didn't think you could do that, and then I'll do this and you do that, and then we just sort of pushed each other and, you know, did some technical tricks that you wouldn't think you could pull off behind a winch in a foot of water, you know what I mean, so.
It was good. I mean, the atmosphere was great. We were just hitting it and hitting it and hitting it with the winch. It was perfect.
Successful mission?
This is good fun, like this. Just ready for the next one now. Where's next?
As if a foot of water wasn't shallow enough, the lads spotted something even gnarlier for their final session of the day.
It's not really a puddle, it's like there's a bridge and it's been flooded. So under the bridge, we're just going to poach it. We're going to do it either with the car or with the winch. So
Is this safe?
nothing's safe.
It was kind of like the skateboarders, you know, going hitting places that you really shouldn't do things at. When it was a road, we just stopped the traffic and hit it in between cars. Like, you just shouldn't do that. Not on a wakeboard on a main road. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.